because it is easier to pull someone else down than it is to confront other. Why do some women become so unkind? Welcome to Confident Woman Rising, Awaken Her Within. Today I want to ask a difficult question. Why do some women become so unkind? Why do some become so untrustworthy? Why do some become so selfish, manipulative, or hurtful? Why do some women tear down other women instead of lifting them up? These questions are not meant to judge anyone. They are meant to help us understand what happens to the human heart when pain goes unhealed. Because the truth is, no girl is born wanting to become bitter. No girl dreams of growing up to betray friendship, spread gossip, manipulate people, or destroy other or another woman's confidence. She is born with innocence. She is born with hope. She is born wanting to love and be loved. So what changes her? Life changes her. Sometimes she grows up in a home where love was conditional. Sometimes she's constantly compared to others. Sometimes she experiences rejection so many times that she begins to reject people before they can reject her. Sometimes she is betrayed by the very people she trusted most. Sometimes she spends years trying to earn approval and never feels like she is enough. Sometimes, after carrying disappointment for so long, her heart slowly begins to harden. But pain alone does not determine who we become. Many people experience heartbreaks and become more compassionate. Others experience the same heartbreak and become more guarded, suspicious, and angry. The difference is not always the pain. The difference is whether they choose to heal. A wounded heart that refuses healing often begins to protect itself in unhealthy ways. It starts comparing, it starts competing, it starts judging, it starts gossiping, it starts believing that another woman's success is somehow taken away from its own. Instead of celebrating another person's achievement, it searches for flaws. Instead of encouraging, it criticizes. Instead of speaking truth, it spreads rumors. Instead of building trust, it breaks it. But why? Because it is easier to pull someone else down than it is to confront our own insecurities. But here is something we all need to remember. Being hurt is never permission to hurt others. Being betrayed does not give us the right to betray. Being rejected does not justify rejecting others. Being wounded explains our behavior, but it never excuses it. Character is revealed by what we choose to do with our pain. There are women who have survived abuse, betrayal, abandonment, poverty, discrimination, and unimaginable losses. Yet they remain compassionate, they remain honest, they remain generous, they remain trustworthy. Why? Because they made a decision. They made that the pain would stop with them. They refused to become what hurt them. That is true strength. Sometimes selfishness develops because a person has lived in survival mode for so long that they begin to believe there is never enough. Never enough to love, never enough recognition, never enough opportunity. So they cling tightly to everything. They struggle to celebrate others. They struggle to trust. They struggle to give. Fear begins to guide every decision. They fear, but fear is a poor foundation for relationships. Healthy relationships are built on trust. Trust is built through honesty. Trust and honesty is built through integrity. And integrity begins in the choices we make every day. Think about this. If someone constantly speaks badly about others, can they truly be trusted? If someone smiles in your presence but criticizes you in your absence, what does they say about that character? If someone enjoys watching another woman fail, they are really at peace with themselves. Usually not. People who deeply secure rarely need to prove their worth by diminishing someone else's confidence. Is quiet, character is constant, kindness is intentional, and integrity remains the same whether people are watching or not. One of the greatest tragedies is when women begin seeing one another as competitors instead of companions. Imagine how much stronger families, communities, and workplace would become if women choose encouragement over compassion. Imagine we celebrate another woman's promotion instead of questioning whether she deserved it. Imagine if we protected another woman's reputation instead of participating in gossips. Imagine if we spoke words that healed instead of words that divided. The world would look very different, but this message is not only about them, it is also about us. Every one of us has moments when jealousy whispers, when pride whispers, when resentment whispers, when comparison whispers. The question is not whether those feelings appear. The question is what we do when they appear. Do we feed them? Do we challenge them? Do we become bitter? Or do we become better? Growth becomes and begins the moment we are willing to look into the world and look into the mirror and ask ourselves difficult questions. Am I speaking about others with kindness? Am I celebrating another woman's success? Am I trustworthy? Would people feel safe sharing their heart with me? Am I leaving people feeling valued or diminished? There are questions every one of us asks and should ask ourselves. Because the strongest woman is not the one who has the loudest voice, the most followers, the most money, and the most recognition. The strongest woman is the one whose presence makes other people feel safe. She keeps her words. She guards confidence. She celebrates others. She apologizes when she's wrong. She forgives without becoming foolish. She has boundaries without becoming cruel. She is humble enough to learn and courageous enough to change. That is the woman people remember. That is the woman people trust. And that is the woman who leaves a lasting legacy. So today, I want to leave you with this thought. Every woman carries a story. Every woman carries a story that world cannot see. Some stories produce bitterness. Some stories produce wisdom. The difference lies in whether we allow our wounds to become weapons or whether we allow them to become lessons. Choose healing over hatred. Choose integrity over popularity. Choose compassion over comparison. Choose truth over gossip. Choose encouragement over envy. Because at the end of our lives, people will not remember how many people we criticized or competed against. They will remember how we made them feel. May we become women whose words healed rather than wound, whose character speaks louder than our opinions, and whose heart are strong enough to choose kindness even when life has not always been kind to us. Thank you so much for watching Awaken Her Within, Confident Women Rising. And please subscribe and follow my YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And please also comment on my videos so I know if you like my videos. Thank you.